Hi, my name is Mary Boudreaux. I'm going to share with you an event and really an adventure of when my husband and I appeared on the Judge Judy show. It was quite a unique experience and one I'll never forget. It began when my neighbor who lives across the street allowed his 18-year-old daughter to have a party. The party got increasingly loud as the night went on. About 1 in the morning, I woke up to a crashing noise. So I looked out my upstairs window. I saw someone throwing beer bottles at the windows of my van that was parked on the street. So I ran downstairs and woke up my husband. He was asleep in the recliner because he snores. As soon as he walked outside, the teenagers ran inside the house or drove away in their cars. We called the police, but it took them a while to get there, so everyone had gone by the time they arrived. The next day, my husband went over to the neighbor's house and they said they didn't know anything about it. They reluctantly agreed to call their homeowner's insurance to see if they would cover the cost of the damage to the van, which was about $1,600. They said they didn't have the money to fix it on their own. After turning in the claim, the insurance company denied the claim because they would not provide them the names of the people who were at the party in order for them to investigate to see who was at fault. After they denied the claim, my husband sued the homeowners in small claims court. If any of you have ever had an experience in our civil court system, then you know nothing moves quickly. After a few months, my husband received a call from the Judge Judy show, asking if we were interested in appearing on the show in order to resolve our dispute. In order to be on the show, both sides have to agree. So he contacted their attorney, and their attorney strongly encouraged his client to appear on the show in order to resolve the dispute. In case you weren't aware, the Judge Judy show pays the claim when someone is found liable. This was a way for the claim to get settled and resolve the lawsuit. After a few months of talking scheduling and getting the arrangements made, they flew us to Los Angeles and put us up in a hotel for 2 nights. We arrived at their studio, and the show was very careful to not let the opposing sides have any contact with each other. It was a fun experience to see a set where they film a show and prepare you and do your makeup. We finally get placed in the courtroom and in walks Judge Judy. About this time, I'm starting to get a little nervous, but not tremendously, because I thought that since my husband filed the claim, that I wouldn't have to speak. He gets up and starts to tell his story. As soon as he gets to the part where he said, "And my wife saw," Judge Judy looked at him and said, "Mr. Boudreaux, let me tell you something. Your wife may speak for you, but you may never speak for your wife." He just said, "Yes, ma'am," and sat down. Then she asked me to come up and tell my story. I got the story out perfectly, but as soon as I stopped talking, I thought I was going to have a panic attack because I realized I had just talked on the Judge Judy show. I didn't have to speak much after that, and that's a good thing. The other side told their story, and their main defense was they didn't invite the people to the party who threw the beer bottles, but they would not provide the names. After they finished, Judge Judy asked him, "Who do you think should pay for the damage to the Boudreaux's van?" He said, "I don't know." Judge Judy said, "Well, I'll tell you who. You are." Plaintiff awarded $1,600. The whole set of events was a lot of fun and something I'll always remember. We even ended up staying a couple of extra days and had a mini vacation. At the end of the show, when they are interviewing the participants, they asked me what I thought, and I told them I believed justice had prevailed. The ironic thing about this is there were no hard feelings. He and my husband were friendly after a few months and often spoke out in the yard.